Hey, beautiful people. As I say on social media, because I haven't been saying it on here, beautiful, blessed beginnings, okay? Beautiful, blessed beginnings, loved one. Beautiful, blessed beginnings is my saying. I say it instead of saying good morning, instead of saying grand rising. I say beautiful, blessed beginnings because I want everybody to have a beautiful, blessed beginning, okay? So beautiful, blessed beginnings, loved ones. How are you guys? I know it's been a couple of weeks since I have been able to release a Sunday sermon, and y'all, I'm a one-man show, okay? One-woman show. So I have been trying to get so much done in addition to being a mom, in addition to just being and having my own individual life and things going on. So forgive, but I'm here. Now, like I said, I'm a mom. I'll run my household. So if y'all hear the washing machine, then look, okay, we gotta get this in where we can fit it in. All right, now look, today I'm not even gonna hold y'all long. So I know I say that all the time, but today we are going to we're gonna talk about it, okay? Because y'all, I was awakened early this morning with a song on my heart, and it's crazy because this isn't necessarily even my era of music. So I'm like, why is this being permeated on my heart? Like, why am I singing this song? And then I thought about the lyrics. I'm like, okay, I see what you did there, Lord. So let's go. All right. So, the song, actually, let's do that first. The song was "In the Still of the Night" by the Five Saints. Yes. And now that I'm saying it, the Five Saints, okay, first of all, saints, okay? And then we got five saints. So that's five is a number of change, y'all. I don't know if I've spoken to y'all about certain numbers and numerology. If you have seen my birthday video, because that video will release before this one, I promise you. I know me. But if you see my birthday video, then you see that I break numbers down and stuff. And I give you guys energies around certain numbers. So the number 5 is a number of change. It's a number of, swift change, swift energy. It can be a number of chaos too. So that's why I'm like, the Five Saints are telling you in the still, singing the song "In the Still of the Night," right? And I'm like sitting here like, okay, but I don't know if people gonna know, you know what I'm saying, what that song is. So they was like, people know about that good old classic music. They know when, if y'all grew up like I did, now I might be telling my age a little bit. Well, if you see my video, then you know I'm 34. So, I'll be 34. I'm gonna say it 34 now because I know this is gonna come out after my birthday. So bear with me, okay? But anyway, so the song and let's sing it, all right? But I think it's the first verse I know it's the first verse that just like God was like owning, right? All right, so it goes, "In the still of the night, I held you tight, 'cause I love you so, promise I'll never let you go, in the still of the night, in the still of the night. I remember that night in May, the stars were right above. I'll hope and I'll pray to keep your precious love." So y'all, in the still of the night. Now, that verse 1, when I said own in, God was like own in, because it's in the still of the night, I held you tight, 'cause I love you so, promise I'll never let you go, in the still of the night. And then the other background, in the still, that's the angels, in the still of the night. All right, so let's talk about what scriptures I was given, because I was like, okay, God, like, I see what you're doing. I see where we're going with this. All right, so where am I coming from? So God was like, come from Psalms 27, verse 14. But I also want you to come from 1 Samuel 12th chapter, verse 16. So I was like, both of them? He was like, both of them. I was like, okay, God, let's do this. So Psalms 27, verse 14 says, wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Okay, let's read that again. Psalms 27, verse 14 says, wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Okay. 1 Samuel chapter 12, verse 16 says, now therefore stand still and see the great thing that the Lord will do before your eyes. Y'all ain't hear that one. Okay. 1 Samuel 12th chapter, 16th verse. Now therefore stand still and see this great thing that the Lord will do before your eyes. Now, in that last scripture, God is telling us to pay attention and watch him work. Okay. It's right there. He said, pay attention and watch me work, because people have lost their focus. People have lost their faith. People's faith is wavering. People are putting faith in things, material things. People are putting faith in people. People are putting faith in different situations, hoping that the certain situation can bring them out of whatever situation they got going on. But they're focusing and they're putting their faith on everything but God. And God is like, yo, like, what? This is our season for grace, favor, and to reap what we have sown. Now, that song came on as I was praying, because God was like, you got to put this all together for my people. Okay. So you have to realize that we are now in the month and the season of fall. Okay. Fall season is upon us. All right. And if you haven't noticed by the calendar, then you should notice by the weather, because if you on the East Coast like I am, if you in the DMV area, you can feel every bit of this fall temperatures coming in. Okay. These fall temperatures they rushed in. Okay. So, fall is here. Fall is definitely upon us. But as I stated, I really encourage you all to go and listen to the birthday message. But as I stated in that birthday message, it's harvest season. It's harvest time. So that means this is the 9th month. Okay. So whatever you have sown from January or last year, or whatever you have sown prior to now. Okay. Whatever you have sown. But you know what? Let me say whatever you have sown 3 months prior to now, because if you know the germination cycle of seedlings and things like that, you know that sometimes it takes about 30 to 90 days for a seed to sprout something and have something to show for what has been sown, right? So I can't say, well, if you did something last week, then you're going to reap what you sow. That is the case, but most of the time when we're speaking about things like reaping what we've sown and things coming into harvest, we're talking about the big stuff, right? We're talking about the big stuff. We're talking about the movement in our lives that makes great change in our lives, right? We're talking about finding another job and walking away from a job that doesn't serve us and it doesn't feel good to us and it doesn't feed us in a positive way. We're talking about relationships, walking away from relationships that we thought was going to last forever, but relationships that in the end ultimately did not last. And we're looking for love in all the wrong places because we're putting faith in everything but God. We're looking to purchase a car because, sometimes our cars is on our last leg, and sometimes it just ain't worth putting the money in to fix it, because it's like you fix this one problem and then the next problem is going to persist. And then you put the money into the next problem and then you got something else to worry about. When all you want to do is pray for a new vehicle. Lord, grant me the situation, the funds, grant me whatever it needs to come to me so that I can make this happen, so that I don't have to worry about this car that's on its last leg. We're talking about the big stuff, all right? We're not talking about, hey, God, I need $5 to make sure that, I can cover that fee later on, or God, I need $30 because I got an overdraft fee, and I don't want that overdraft fee to put me even deeper in debt and overdraft. We're not talking about the small stuff. Yes, the small stuff matters. Yes, you reap what you sow when you sow the small stuff. But right now, in the harvest season, in the realm of speaking about a harvest, we are talking about the big stuff. We are talking about the stuff that only God can give us when we are ready. When we are ready. But sometimes you don't know when you're ready because you're not standing still. Sometimes you don't know when you're ready because your focus and your faith is on everything else except for what it needs to be on. Sometimes we're not ready because we're just not energetically ready. We are going to mess it up. You do not want a blessing to come through, a blessing so big in which it's a harvest, okay? And you completely just mess that thing up. God said, oh, no. You can do that with the small blessings, but when I give you a harvest, okay, when I give you a harvest, because this is what you put in, this is what you have sown, okay? You have sown this, but not only have you sown this, you put in that work. You put in that work. You said, God, okay, I'm going to pray steadfast. I'm going to stand still. I'm going to be there. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to follow what you said. I'm going to do what I know that I'm supposed to do. I'm going to order my steps. I know you're ordering my steps, and I see the ways in which you are ordering my steps, and I'm going to follow exactly the path that you are leading me through, God, because that is helping me toil the soil so that a harvest can come up so fruitful, blossom in so much abundance and so much beauty. God said, let him be the farmer of your life and till the garden of our lives. And that's why some of our harvest ain't coming through. Because we're not allowing God to be our farmers. We're not allowing God to water our seeds. We're not allowing, and you know what? When God waters our seeds, sometimes that's the storms that we have to go through. Do you realize that? Okay? Water is refreshing, but water can also be cleansing. And sometimes we have to be washed away with water. He has to pour that water on us to cleanse us from our burdens, to cleanse us and make our lives a lot clearer so that we can see the error in our ways. We can see in which the direction that he is pointing and leading us into going. We can see these things, but you have to stand still. God cannot pour into you if you are he can, because he's God. But if you are a moving target, think about how hard it is to hit a moving target. And I do guns and stuff, y'all. It is hard to hit a moving target, especially when the target is moving erratically because it has no real direction in which it is going. Sometimes we are that target and we are moving erroneously in different directions, and all we have to do is stand still. All we have to do is stand still. And I really believe that the reason why that God really gave me that song in the still of the night, because most of the time when we are going through what we are going through during the day, we have all types of distractions. We can distract ourselves with how we need to work and focus on, building and doing the works in which to grow the seeds that we have sown. And so we are focused on doing that, and we are focused on our families, and we are focused on our children, and we are focused on our hobbies, and we are focused on our jobs, and we have so many things that we have to focus on congruently, right, during the day. But in the still of the night, when everything is absolutely still and there is nothing but you, your thoughts, and words of wisdom from God, in the still of the night, that is when most of the time God is going to approach, and he's going to say, okay, now are you ready to have this conversation, my child? Are you ready to listen? Because you had so many outside influences that you could not hear me during the day. So I'm going to wait until you sit down. I'm going to wait until your body is at rest. I am going to wait until your mind has calmed down and slowed down so that I can ease on up in that thing. And I can let you know in which direction you need to go. And I can let you know if you need to just stand still. But the lyrics to In the Still of the Night says, in the still of the night, I held you tight, 'cause I love you. I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go. God is speaking that into our core being. God is speaking that into our hearts. God is speaking that into our soul. God is speaking that into our minds so that we know and understand that all that we have to do is stand still. All we have to do is trust the process, because sometimes trust is the process. Y'all, it's time for us to stand still, be in that still of the night, so that we can understand, number one, when our harvest is coming, when our harvest is here, and we know and understand that we have done the work and we deserve the blessings in which the harvest is about to bring. But it also gives us clarity on if the harvest is right around the corner and we can't reach it, as to why. God is going to let you know why he's not bringing the harvest forth as quickly as you would like for him to. And most of the time it's because it's our own undoing. God is saying, I want to give you this, but how can how can I know that I can trust you with these blessings? You have to show me that you are ready and you are deserving of some of these blessings that you are asking God of. Because some of us will just throw away the blessings. I mean, some of us are just so spoiled. and sometimes we can feel entitled, right? And so it's us. We need to be in alignment with God, where God wants us to be, in order for him to bring forth certain blessings to us. God ain't gonna bless no mess. So if you got mess and toxicity going on in your life, in your energy, God gonna keep pushing that blessing back until you can ease out of that toxicity, until you can exit out of the things that God is not pleased with. And then he'll grant you the blessings. A lot of shadow work needs to be done, you guys. A lot of shadow work is standing in between the gaps of us and our blessings. And so we need to be able to recognize certain things and recognize that. So I encourage you to be still. I encourage you to be still. And I encourage you to just sit in the still of the night and pray and meditate. And even if you sit in the still of the night and you get nothing, right? You hear nothing, you feel nothing. You feel like, okay, I'm not receiving anything. Let me go ahead and go to sleep. Pray about it before you go to bed. Because God may be waiting for you to fall upon your sleep as to when he'll show you certain things in your dreams. And some of y'all have been having some very vivid dreams lately, and you haven't really been paying attention to what your dreams are trying to tell you and show you. But maybe here, this message is giving you that, I gotta pay more attention. And maybe that's what that meant. You know what I mean? So y'all, I am going to end it here. That last part that I said is what God is saying, you gotta repeat that. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that, y'all. Trust the process, because sometimes trust is the process. I love y'all. Be still tonight. Talk to y'all later. Bye.